Welcome to our closing assembly for One School, One Book. The teachers from our Literacy Committee will be presenting to you today. I'll introduce them to you. First is Mrs. Vershagin. Next is Mrs. Levitt. Then Mrs. Mora. And finally, Miss Jensen.
Hi, everyone. We're so excited to share our closing slideshow assembly for A Boy Called Bat. This year, we're doing things a little differently, on purpose. We've chosen a slideshow format because it's calmer, quieter, and more inclusive. It's our way of honoring all the different ways our brains work best.
That's right, Mrs. Vershagin. Did you know that about 1 in 5 Canadian children and youth have one or more neurodevelopmental differences, including autism, ADHD, and sensory processing challenges? For many kids, crowds, loud sounds, or sitting on the floor in a big group can feel overwhelming. This slideshow is our way of saying, we see you and we care.
And it fits perfectly with what we've learned from A Boy Called Bat. Bat shows us how one kid who happens to be autistic can be curious, kind, passionate, and incredibly smart. He helps us understand that thinking differently is just another way of being amazing.
Exactly. Studies in Canada show that over 75% of autistic children experience sensory sensitivities, and a large number find traditional school settings, including assemblies, challenging. So this quiet visual celebration helps everyone feel included, just like Bat would want. We are going to watch a video that shows you how every mind can shine in its own way.
We are all different, and that's wonderful. Some differences are easy to see: height, hairstyle, eye color, and so on. Other differences can't be seen: our favorite foods, fears, or special skills. Interestingly, the way we see the world is also different. For instance, what do you see in this drawing? Most people see a duck, but some of you might have seen a rabbit. Whichever you saw, you are correct. This is just a trick drawing to show you that all brains work differently. The brain is your body's computer. It works differently for all of us and controls how you learn. That's why we are all good at different things. How you feel, which is why we all feel different emotions. And how you communicate. Sometimes the brain is connected in such a way it affects senses and how we perceive and read situations and interactions. This is known as autism. Many people have autism, so it's likely you already know someone who is autistic. And for this reason, it's useful to know a little bit about autism. The special wiring inside an autistic brain can sometimes make the person good at tasks we may find difficult, such as mathematics, drawing, or music. It can also do the opposite, and activities we find too easy are incredibly difficult to them, such as making friends. The senses constantly send information to your brain about your surroundings and other people. However, when a person's brain and its senses don't communicate well, the brain can become overwhelmed and confused, affecting how they see the world. Picture yourself walking down the street. This is how an autistic brain may experience the same walk. Scary, isn't it? Sadly, in many cases, the person can't say out loud how they feel. So even though there's chaos going on in their heads, they seem okay on the outside, unable to ask for help. We will develop behaviors to help us feel calm in uncomfortable situations. We may look away, hug ourselves, chew our fingernails, fidget, bite our lips, and so on. Equally, autistic people develop behaviors that help them cope with these intense moments. These actions may seem unusual, but they're just their way to feel calm. When they happen, it means they are having a hard time. The kind thing to do is not to give them an even harder time by getting cross, ignoring them, or mocking them. Remember, just because a PlayStation can't read an Xbox game, it doesn't mean it's broken. People with autism need friends who are willing to take the time to know them. With good communication and plenty of patience, everyone would be better off. People with autism are not ill or broken. They simply have a unique view of the world. And with a little support from their friends, they might just be able to share that view with us. Autism can make amazing things happen.
We've been reading A Boy Called Bat as part of our One School, One Book program. Along the way, we've talked about how each of us has our own strengths and how important it is to be kind, patient, and curious about each other.
Bat's world is filled with facts, feelings, and family. He loves animals, especially his skunk, Thor, and he feels things deeply. He reminds us that sometimes the bravest thing is just being yourself.
This year, we've celebrated what makes each of us shine. We asked students to finish this sentence. My brain works best when... And we heard so many great answers.
Brain works best when
I'm playing sports.
brain works best when
I'm doing something interactive or physical.
when I'm in the shower. My brain works best when I'm drawing. It works best when I do math.
Every answer reminded us that learning looks different for everyone, and that's more than okay. That's wonderful.
Our Comet's values showed up everywhere during this book journey.
Curiosity. Bat asked big questions about animals and about people. Ownership. He stood up for what he believed in, even when it was hard. Mindfulness. He paid attention to the world around him, especially when Thor needed care. Empowerment. Bat learned how to advocate for himself. Tenacity. He didn't give up when things got tough. Safety. He found comfort in routines and trusted relationships.
Bat may not use the word comets, but he lives those values every day.
Reading this book together helped us build a community that's more understanding and more connected. RES has an incredible community, especially our special sponsors who donated all the money we needed to buy a book for every family.
I had the privilege of meeting with Raymond Fraternal Order of the Eagles, the Raymond Lions Club, and the Raymond Ag Society, and they all loved how our book choice gave our school the opportunity to talk about how all children learn in different ways, and how RES students get to celebrate being comets.
We learned that autism is just one way a brain can work, and that all ways of thinking deserve respect. We learned that autism is just one way a brain can work, and that all ways of thinking deserve respect. We learned that autism is just one way a brain can work, and that all ways of thinking deserve respect.
Thank you for celebrating A Boy Called Bat with us. As we wrap up our One School, One Book project, we recognize that at Raymond Elementary, we are comets, curious, owning our actions, mindful, empowered, tenacious, and safe.
Just like Bat, we know that every brain is different, and that's something to celebrate. Whether we learn by playing, singing, drumming, moving, drawing, or asking 1,000 questions.
We all belong here. We all shine in our own way.
And together, we are all kinds of comets.